Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 15th to the 30th, 2019, that's 2019, love reading for you today. Now, I ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel. This is the way you let YouTube know that you're appreciating the content that I'm putting out. And I like to start each reading with an attitude of gratitude, so I want to thank you so very much, whether you're new or old to this channel, for tuning in and stopping by. It's an absolute pleasure having you here. If you would like to see the links to all the cards that I have, those will all be in the description box below. So let's see now, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Venus, what your September 15th to the 30th, 2019 time period has in store for you in love. Gemini, September 15th to the 30th, 2019, 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 love. Gemini. Show me clearly, 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 show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Okay, fantastic. That's where the cards fell, so that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything, Gemini, is the Page of Wands. You're really being a student of your passion, of what it is that you want from life. You're crowned here with the Four of Pentacles, so you're feeling a bit drained, to be quite honest with you. The Four of Pentacles is also vampiric energy. It's just, yeah, it's somebody draining away your energy, so you might feel a little bit off balance in the end of September. Queen of Cups, water sign. Now you have a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It can be that your passion and your love. Okay, let's see how things progress. Then we have the Eight of Wands. Things are changing quickly. You're getting justice. Oh, I love that change that happens. It's a brilliant shift. Moving forward, strong fire sign presence here. You need time. You need time to step back, to see what it is that you want, because there's an awakening that you're going to be going through. It's actually going to be very powerful. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. So something is making you feel blocked, making you feel stuck when it comes to love. Pisces energy right here. And victory. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's see your fairy guidance cards. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Gemini, September 15th to the 30th, 2019. Love, Gemini. This one right here. Change and nurturing. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Show me clearly, show me clearly. This one. Imagination. Ooh, these ones are just popping out, which is fantastic. I've already shuffled and meditated upon these cards, so when they pop out like that, it's actually a really good sign. So we have imagination and empowerment. Let's start with imagination. Imagination intrigues the soul and illuminates the heart. For me, when I'm looking at this reading, I'm just going to put that down for a minute and talk about the whole reading altogether. There's something here that makes you doubt the way that you can move forward in love, about the love that you're allowed to have within your life, the love you want to have within your life. There's some sort of blockage that you are going to be going through, Gemini, during the last half of September. It's really going to make you doubt yourself. There's going to be a sense of fear around it, and this can be from a person who you've loved and who you are very passionate about, but this can also be from a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Now we have a strong Pisces presence here, so that could very well be the case. But what I'm seeing, sorry, I was just listening to Spirit. What I'm seeing here is a sense that you're actually breaking free from fear. So if you're cross-watching and you're a fire sign or you're a water sign, don't get mad. This doesn't have to be talking about you at all. Actually, if you care enough about the person to be cross-watching, it probably isn't. Because what this is saying here is that there's something that's happening in a Gemini's life, okay? It has to do with their passions, and it has to do with their heart, that makes them think that they cannot move forward the way that they want to, that makes them question the love that they want and need within their lives. And so here, it's almost as if you're putting down your foot, Gemini, and you're saying, enough is enough. I'm now claiming my truth, my power, my passion, myself. Because, Gemini, you're a people pleaser. And I can say this because I myself am a Gemini, and I swear I have to stop myself. I have to step myself back and say, you can't. Dane, you cannot please everybody. You cannot do everything. And that's what you're going to have to say to yourself, Gemini, because there's going to be something here where it pulls at your heart. And you think that you are being the best person in the world by putting yourself out there, by doing this. And you're actually not. You're actually putting yourself in a situation that makes you feel depleted, that makes you feel regretful, angry. And with imagination, this is saying that your mind is powerful. So this isn't just, oh, let's imagine a pretty picture or imagine the love that you want to have in your life and all of a sudden it will come. What this is saying is it's time to use that mind of yours. It's time to use that power of visualization to say, enough is enough. I'm putting my foot down. And it doesn't mean I'm cruel. It doesn't mean I'm mean. It means that I am embracing me. And that's what you're doing, Gemini. You are embracing yourself. You are embracing your passion, your desire, your imagination of what it is that you want for the future and where it is that you want to be. And you're starting to see that and incorporate that into your life today. The color that shines through here is orange. Healing and cleansing that sacral chakra is going to be so beneficial for you because that is where negativity from this life and from past lives is held. All right? It's also where kind of apprehensions around sex or around relationships is held. Okay? So by healing that sacral chakra, and you're going to have to go back and you're going to have to constantly heal it because there have been pains, there have been sorrows, and this can be from a past life. This can be from, it's in your DNA. The way that you saw your parents' relationship play out, the way that you saw your grandparents' relationship, your aunts, your uncles, it doesn't really matter who it was, but it made a tremendous impact on you. And with this imagination card, your mind has kind of blown things up, okay? It can be that you go back to it and you think, oh my gosh, that's going to be my truth. It's not. And you might not even do this consciously. You might sit there and say, Dane, I don't know what you're getting on about. Yes, things were hard, but I can move forward. I've moved forward from it. Somewhere in the recesses of your mind, you haven't, and this is going to come up at the end of September. Now, if you have had a absolutely brilliant childhood, absolutely wonderful, your parents were terribly happy, everything was great, the emotional drain right here can be that you're afraid that you'll never live up to the example of love that you had in your life. Empowerment. Your mind is empowering you because you have a brilliant mind, Gemini. This says the determination of your mind and soul will guide you towards unleashing your inner power. You are unleashing your inner power. You are changing the game. You're claiming a truth that other people hadn't seen within you before and that maybe you hadn't seen within yourself. And now you're saying, I am worthy. I am strong. I am powerful. I am not giving my energy to everybody else. I am claiming it for myself because I am worth it. The color that shines through here is green. It's healing and cleansing the heart chakra. It's healing and cleansing your heart and saying that nothing and no one is going to stop you. Oh, that's funny because the border is orange and the border is green here. Oh, they're just the reverse. That's brilliant. Okay, we have change. Expand your flexibility for change and you will enjoy the vitality of life ahead. Don't box yourself in. You're going to have a tendency to want to. You're going to have a tendency to say, this is who I am. This is who I've always been. This is where I'm heading. No, it's not. You are transforming like a butterfly to the love that you want, to the passion that you want within your life. And you might see very well that at the end of September, you face a lot of fears, a lot of subconscious fears, conscious fears about the love that you can have, about the way that you're moving forward, about, the relationship that you're in, if you're in a relationship, all right? And things are coming to the surface, but that's because you're moving forward with love like nobody's business. Then we have nurturing. Keep your inner child nurtured and you will thrive with vitality. Be kind to your inner child. So much of our life stems from our childhood. We get broken in certain ways, right? And that's just childhood. It's even if your parents tried to protect you the very best that they could, there are still times where you will be bullied on the playground, where things won't work out, where your hamster will die. Pain happens. So with nurturing your inner child, it's being there for you. And it's being there for that subconscious person, that person who you're basing pretty much your whole entire life off of, your formative years. And if you didn't like you when you were little, if you feel detached from that person that you once were, that's going to impact the way that you move forward. I know that that might sound absolutely silly, and you might completely disagree. But our childhood, the way that we get hurt within our childhood, it's kind of like having a broken bone. Okay, you heal it, everything goes right, but still at times it can ache. I know I have an ankle that I broke when I was younger, and still sometimes it aches. It's just not as strong as the other ankle. Why? Well, it was broken. That's why it was compromised. we as human beings, we were compromised, right? So you can do everything right. You can do all the exercise, go to physical therapy, everything's done right. It will still be compromised. So still in life, no matter how much work you do, you're coming from a compromised space, which you might say, thank you very much, Dane, that doesn't help me at all. So you're just saying that we're all one big mess. A little bit, and you're finding somebody who understands that mess, who understands your insecurities, who sees you at your best. But as Marilyn Monroe said, if you cannot take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. And that's something that's really coming up here. If people cannot understand that you are sensitive, cannot understand that you are an emotional being, who you're a malleable being, yes, because that's your sign, it's malleable. So you try to adapt. That's why you're so very adaptable. All right? You have this way of connecting with people. You can conform to situations, okay? And people say, oh, Gemini, they're two-faced, they're this, they're that. They're not. They can read the energy of a room really, really well, and they can adapt to what those people want and what those people need. And now it's saying stop. Now it's time to adapt to you. Now it's time to embrace your heart, your soul. Because here we have the Page of Wands and the Moon card at your heart. The Page of Wands is your passion, your creativity. It's also a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. Now, the Moon card represents a Pisces energy. Now, this is also a time frame of February 19th to March 20th. So this can be things coming up from 2019, February 19th to March 20th. Okay, changes that have happened, things that kind of have forced you to face fears. Okay, fears that have come up from that time, right, are going to come up again, or you might have been living in a state of not really feeling like you had your footing since that time period. But it's all going to change. It's kind of like you had a year cycle that's going to go from that February 19th to February 19th of 2020. Because a lot of what, and I know I'm getting into now all of 2019, but for you, it's been a discovery of what you want, what you love, and where it is that you want to stand. You've faced truths about yourself that you would rather have not faced. You would rather have left them in a small little box on the shelf and been like, okay, that's nice, but that doesn't affect me. I'm perfectly fine. But there are things that have happened in this year that have made you a student of your passion, that made you a student of what it is that you want, what it is that you love, and where it is that you want to be. This rabbit right here. Now, the rabbit in Celtic mythology, but also in kind of like totem animals, is a sign of magic, is a sign of, sorceresses, and sorcerers would have that as their totem. Here, there is a sign of magic with you, right there with you, standing right beside you, leading you forward. So by magic, I don't mean twiggling your nose, twiggling? Sure, let's go with that. Wiggling and twitching your nose to create magic, like bewitch. But I'm talking about the God's head that lives within you. I'm talking about your own internal power. I'm talking about the fact that you are stardust, that you are part of the universe, that you are so much grander than just the simple person that you are standing or sitting watching this video, right? This is your power. This is your truth. And you're starting to really embrace that. Now, what's also happening here is that as you embrace it, you get stinking terrified because it's so much. It's so much bigger than what you are right now. Right? And where it is that you want to be, and you figure out that there's so much to learn, and you're embracing your passion, you're embracing what it is that you want, you're looking at what it is that you desire, and it can be that new relationships start to bloom. You might find multiple people become interested in you in the last half of September. Now, if you're already in a relationship, you're seeing new truths about yourself, you're embracing new power within yourself. No matter where you are in your stage of life, you're going to be scared by this. But it's an end of a cycle. It's an end of a cycle that held mysteries and shadows, and now you are spreading your wings and you are flying. You are embracing prosperity and success. You are looking at where it is that you stand, and you have this wisdom that guides you forward. So here, it is a sense of facing truths, and it is a sense of embracing yourself and your soul. And with this Pisces energy, you can very well find yourself attracted to a fire sign, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Pisces. Also, a Libra is shining through here. So you have fire sign energy, water sign energy shining through, and air sign energy shining through. In the sense of the Justice card, in the sense of the Libra. But what's also shining through here is that you feel emotionally drained. There is somebody in your life that has gotten in your head. All right? It can be an earth sign energy. It can be an air sign energy, this can actually just be yourself. And I'm not saying just in a bad way. I'm saying that it can be yourself that has gotten in your own head. And now you're trying to be so many things to so many different people that you wind up draining yourself. And you feel just wrung out. You feel as if, you'll never move forward the way that you want to. So here, with the Four of Pentacles, this is saying, yes, protect yourself, but know that you might be getting headaches, stomach pain, foot pain, because you're trying to hold on to things too tightly. You're trying to make things perfect. And you feel stuck because of this. Now, as I said before, this is also my emotional vampire card. It can be that with the people that you love, and this doesn't have to be romantic love that I'm seeing right now, because this can also be the people in your life, the people that you simply love. You can feel drained by them, especially this fire sign and this water sign. Now, again, if you're a fire sign and a water sign, don't be offended. But here, there's justice coming in. There's there's a reclaiming of your power. There's a stabilizing of your truth. But you have to stop. You have to sever these ties. And I know have to is a hard word, is a hard phrase. But it's truth, because here you're way too much in your own head. Your emotions are going crazy. And you need to stabilize yourself in order to move forward, in order to get what it is that you want, to go after what it is that you want, to embrace your love, your joy, and your prosperity. So you feel blindfolded at times. Because why? Because you're in your own head too much. So there are situations that are happening. There are ways that you are going to be moving forward, and you're going to try and talk yourself out of them. It can be something as simple as you want to go out with your friends, all right? There's a party, you want to go. But you feel emotionally drained. Why? Because you're giving too much of yourself. You need to have clear boundaries, and right now there aren't any, right? And as you feel emotionally drained, it's making you overthink situations, it's making you feel trapped, and you're saying, I don't want to go out. But if you went out, you would have had a really great time. You might have met somebody who was really quite lovely, and it would have changed the game for you. So step out of your own head, and step out of trying to be that balancing force for everyone else, because it's not going to work. Because here you have the Justice card. You're cutting through doubts and fears, you're finding your balance, and then you're moving forward in success, prosperity, joy, bounty. And it's pretty much like enough is enough. You do sever this energy, right? Right here, you sever it, and you claim your power back. Now, it can be a Libra energy that helps you do this. This is also a time frame of September 23rd to October 22nd. So this is very much at the very end of this time period, because we start off in the 15th of September. The end of September is much more of you claiming your power. From September 23rd onward, you start to say enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done with this nonsense. I'm done with the giving of myself and nobody seeming to care. And you move forward in prosperity and success. You move forward celebrating your victories because you're finding your balance again. As you do so, you have here your passion, your desire, okay? Everything starts to change, right? You have your armor on. Yes, you know the darker side of human nature, right? But I do see a strong connection with a fire sign energy. But actually, I feel more here that it's this fire sign energy that's kind of mucking you up. It really is. It's kind of making you kind of step on your own feet and feel like you're tripping for a lot of the time in the beginning of this time period, in the beginning of the end of September, okay? But by claiming what you love, you break this vampiric cycle, okay? And by claiming your emotions, you calm your mind. And then things start to change, and you claim your passion. You're no longer a student who's trying to see how it is that you move forward. You're the knight. You're the protector of your passion, your soul, and yourself. And then everything starts to change, and you step back a bit, and you say, okay, how do I take this all in? Where is it that I want to be? And as you step back and you take it all in, you find that you spread your wings, that what was once terrifying becomes one of the greatest lessons you ever had, right? What was once something that has kept you back, you now sit there and say, wow, I overcame that. I can overcome anything. And you move forward in celebration of yourself, in celebration of what it is that you want and where it is that you want to be, and your new definition of love. Because your new definition of love is one of justice, one of celebration, one of change that is exciting, okay? It's not saying that everything's going to be like a fairy tale, right? Unless we're going off of traditional fairy tales, where they're messy and they're they're dark and they're, overwhelming. But what I see here is I see lightness coming, okay? A sense of the lunar cycle, this change, and we are forever changing, right? The sense of this change coming forward and illuminating past fears, past heartbreaks, past pains. And it doesn't have to be that this has been happening for a really long time. For some of you, this has just been a very intense time, and it has made you think that you'll never find love. Or if you are in love, there's just no spark within your relationship, that things will never move forward the way that you want them to, and you just have to settle. No, the two of you are reawakening. If you're in a relationship, you're going to see yourselves move forward more because you're embracing what it is that you want. You're also embracing connecting with each other, right? It's not simply, how do I say this? It's the art of caressa. It's the art of sensuality and being there for each other that you're embracing now if you are in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, okay, this is the art of sensuality. It isn't the art of, simply flirting and walking away, because Geminis, I mean, we're flirty people. We flirt and we don't even know it. So just know here that this isn't that type of flirting. This is something that is so much deeper, so much more, okay? This is actually having a real connection with a person. And you haven't let yourself do this before, okay? You haven't let your heart really open and say, this is what I want. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to stand within my life. Because as you do that now, you're going to see your soul start to awaken. And you're going to see that you embrace love. And you calm your emotions, right? Because you recognize your emotions. And it's not simply saying, oh, I have to be logical about this. I have to be, this certain way. You let yourself know that you're an emotional being. Because we are emotional beings. And I know people say, oh, Dane, if we're emotional beings, then we're all an absolute mess. Yeah, we are. We really, truly are. Look at the world. It is a mess. And then you have moments of beauty. You have beacons of light that shine through. Okay? And that's what you want to be during this time. Because you're taking the quagmire, you're taking the mess, you're taking the sewer sludge that is our existence on this earthly plane with the politics and the anger and the hate and the this and the that. And you're saying, I want more. I want more than what this world is offering me. And now you're embracing your emotions. You're embracing your emotional response to the things happening around you. As you embrace your emotions, as you embrace your truth, you start to heal. You hold the Holy Grail within your hands. Now, whether you believe in Christianity or not, whether it's a religion or a mythology, that does not matter. Okay, what matters is a symbol of love, of sacrifice, of beauty, of compassion beyond comprehension. And that's what you have to start having for yourself. Not defensiveness, not anger, but compassion for yourself beyond comprehension. If you can bend over backwards for everybody else, if you can sit there and say, I can be everything to everyone, but you can't be anything to yourself, it's time to stop. Because here is love. And this love is what you're awakening to. And it's making you face fears. It can be connecting with the person, truly and deeply and not having that wall up. But it can also be saying that, it's okay to love. And I know that sounds funny because if you're watching a love tarot reading, you know it's okay to love. But there's a part within you, and there's a part in the subconscious that's doubting whether you can have love the way that you truly want it, the way that you truly need it. And now you're starting to see that courage and wisdom are guiding you, and you're getting out of your own head, and you're embracing love like never before. The subconscious message here is the magician. Of course it is. As above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. Your passion, your desire, the way that you're moving forward, the beauty within your soul. You're claiming a truth like never before, right? And as you do so, you're not conquering your emotions, because your emotions are always going to be a part of you, and it's always going to be a changing part of you, right? But you are learning how to see what it is that your heart truly wants, what it is that your soul truly wants. Your soul wants perfection. Your soul is perfection. And I'm not talking about perfection here, and I don't believe in perfection. But when it comes to the soul, it is perfect. It is this perfect entity. It is this perfect being. And it is also unobtainable for most of us ever to live within that perfection, to live within that beauty. But when you live within love, when you live and claim your truth, you know your passion, you know your mind, you know your prosperity, you know your heart. You stand before the altar of your existence and say, this is who I am. I am Gemini, hear me roar. I am Gemini, I am great. And I am worthy of the love. that is coming my way. And no longer am I selling myself short. No longer am I being drained by the negative people who want to keep me down, who want to keep me small and, kind of closed in. I embrace my freedom now. I know it. And I'm no longer being trapped by my own mind's understanding of things, because I am embracing my emotions and I am embracing my heart. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye.